Guys, long time no talk. I have been busy with my daughter coming to this country, and today is the first week anniversary, not the anniversary, but the first week celebration. Okay, so I've been busy. I settled her down, so I haven't done much on this line. But let's resume the my deep thought. Remember last time I talked about the difference between physical science and social sciences, and there's one a two actually features that is you can easily find and identified and even confirmed in the physical sciences, but not so much in social science. Those two are one is determinism, okay, and that's the philosophy view. I'm sorry, the philosophy view that basically says that if you know the initial condition, if you know the some law of nature, and then the future can be perfectly predicted. And on the other hand, there's not much free will. Determinism basically says that things are moving on its own without interference, without any power of change from our own will. So that's the determinism. And then, so the other thing is that about the determinism is that you can predict in principle perfectly with certainty to predict the future of the development or event. Okay, there's some successful case in physical science. The best example is a Newtonian mechanism. Basically, says that the best example is probably the moving of a planet. You know the initial stat and you know the law of nature, you can predict it in principle perfectly with certainty of the future state of the object. So, for example, in the planet, moving a planet. Okay, so that's one thing, one big idea that is, you know, found some backing. Okay, found some support in some physical science field. Okay, the other thing is reductionism. Reductionism is not the same, although the two can be related. Reductionism basically says that if you know the parts, you could explain the whole. So the part can be break out into its. I'm sorry, the whole can be break out into its part, and then you can use those part to explain the whole thing. This also we have some successful stories in physical science. Mendel, if you know the genetics, plant genetics, I used to be in that field. Greg Mendel has studied the peas and then found some features. We call it a phenotype. Basically, some like the peas, the color of leaves, and those kind of things. And then that has been basically reduced to DNA. Okay, so basically, Watson and Crick from the UK, they discovered the DNA, and using that DNA can be pretty much almost perfectly predict the Mendel piece phenotype. Okay, so the genotype it's the what's behind the phenotype. That genotype can predict it, can explain that. So those kind of things are pretty good success. Okay, but in the social science, the story is different. Generally, we don't have a good story to tell, whether it's in determinism or reductionism. In fact, if you look at the history, we see some disasters. big disasters when commentators, when scholars trying to use the determinism and or reductionism to explain the social event, the social behavior, and then the result is a disaster. Let's stop here, and then we'll catch up next time.